Hello and welcome, I'm ELD, and this is Fast Effect, Double Speed Magic the Gathering from ELD's Time Vault Games in Bellingham, Mass. And here we have a round from our Team Trio Open, featuring Pioneer, Legacy, and Modern. We've got the Legacy on camera here, Lucas on Dragon Stompy, and Mike looks like he is on lands. We have City of Traders, Chrome Mox pitching Fiery Confluence into Blood Moon. And that is the game before Mike's deck is even put on screen. What a blowout. Mike's deck cannot beat that game one. And he just let Lucas know the cat was going to be out of the bag pretty much no matter what. So Mike going to keep it in the dark. Lucas knows that Mike's deck cannot be a turn one Blood Moon. He might guess lands, but he might also guess a variety of other decks. He may have assumed it was some type of control list that's super soft to Blood Moon with no basics in their hand. Let's see if Lucas is caught off guard at all here with the sideboarding. What a fast game. People talk about Legacy being fast a lot of the time when they don't understand the format, and I gotta tell you, when they talk about first turn wins, they're probably not thinking of 3 mana enchantments that screw over your opponent's mana base, but that is what we saw there. Now, there has been a change in the rules in the past 6 months or so, with Core Set 2020, I believe, so over the summer, which made Blood Moon interacted differently with Dark Depths. So now if you play a Dark Depths, when there's a Blood Moon out, it actually loses all abilities, including the counters. So it does not enter with the 10 counters, and that will mean that if you track down an Abrupt Decay or Assassin's Trophy and are able to destroy that Blood Moon, or Magus of the Moon for that matter, you'll essentially just get a free 20/20. So it ends up just being a 2-card combo compared to the previous rules where you'd have to take care of the Blood Moon effect and still get your Thespian Stage and jump through hoop. Now it's just sometimes helpful. Now it looks like Mike's actually on Mox Diamond here, a build perhaps inspired by some success that we've seen. Freya Sanford has put up some results. Actually played against that deck in the top 4 of a Legacy event a while back, and Stifle was a card that was very, very problematic there. Mox Diamond enabling the blue mana for that, and it looks like Mike actually has Flusterstorm in the sideboard as well, so doesn't take too much to support these potential blowout blue cards. We see Elvish Reclaimer, which can actually be enough to pull together the whole combo all by itself, and leading out also with Mox Diamond pitching Blast Zone. And a Life from the Loam. Elvish Reclaimer that important that he's jamming it on the first turn. The other option could have been playing Life from the Loam after discarding the land, getting into the graveyard, getting ready to start dredging. Lucas has a Chalice at 1 and 0, so you got to think Mike made the right calls there. Of course, Mike drawing his Mox Diamond after that Chalice at 0. And now a Blood Moon. Just really not that big a deal. Life from the Loam being pitched here. And that's going to take down Chalice at 1 and the Blood Moon. Ports happening. And now we have an Oko. Green off this Taiga, blue off the Mox Diamond. Another great reason for this Mox Diamond splash. And the food has begun. I believe, speaking of food, as this video comes out, we are on pre-release weekend. So tonight at 5 p.m. we're actually going to be having a feast here at ALD's Time Vault Games, an ancient Greek feast. Pre-release. We have our standard pre-release events as well. The food being upgraded into an elk. Trinisphere on Lucas's side of the board, quite frankly, doesn't do anything. Mike can do a lot of stuff without ever paying any more mana for spells. He can assemble the Dark Depths combo anytime he feels like it with this Elvish Reclaimer. He can use Oko to continually generate both food and elks every other turn, making a 3/3, all the while just ratcheting up Oko's loyalty. And during the end step, getting rid of the Rishadan Port. Dark Depths Thespian stage has been assembled. 3 damage coming in. And I actually think just unnecessarily, at this point, he can just have 2 Elks and a Reclaimer turned sideways. I mean, this is... There we go. Game over. So 2020 looming in the background, but Oko really steals the show, taking center stage and just generating 3/3s. Good enough. Pretty remarkable. Those Chalice at 1, Chalice at 0, Blood Moon, Force of Vigor opened the game back up, and once Oko hit, there was no stopping him. Of course, Lucas would not be able to establish a lock very easily, as we saw, Trinisphere didn't do anything to slow down Mike. But even if he did have more cards like Chalice, Oko could get them out of the way if necessary. But that first turn Elvish Reclaimer really did all the work. Or, I guess he didn't do all the work. The Elvish Reclaimer ensured victory pretty much no matter what. He was going to be able to go ahead and assemble the combo. The other nice thing about him is he'll go get you the mana that you need. So Mox Diamond was part of Mike's opening, but let's say he needed a blue or green mana to go along with it in order to cast Oko. Elvish Reclaimer can just go get that as well. So opening up with that, really pretty ideal when facing down this type of Dragon Stompy deck. It's going to be able to make sure that you have your basic lands to get around Blood Moon, and also those basic lands can allow you to break the lock either with an Oko or an Abrupt Decay or whatever else Mike has to deal with problem permanents. And worst case scenario, just create a stream of 3/3 Elks. It's probably the only time that I can think of while playing Magic where it feels slightly regrettable that cards can't easily be nerfed like they are in digital games. It feels like Oko could just have some of those stats played with, like maybe instead of plussing to make an elk, it could minus. That would be still probably really good, but perhaps not needing to be banned in so many formats. We have Chalice at 1. Mike had the Exploration in hand. These are actually new art explorations. I wonder if that was an exploration in his hand before, or if it was Life from Loam. I think it had to be. Life from Loam. I'm sure someone will let me know in the comments if I got one of those earlier cards incorrect. We have Basic Forest off of Misty Rainforest. Some 1-drops in hand, including Crop Rotation And perhaps Elvish Reclaimer as well. Chrome Mox. Imprint. And now Chandra. She exiles the card. Lucas can play it or just use it to do 2 damage to Mike's face. So the clock is set. There's an Oko in hand. Chandra ticks up again. Legion Warboss on top. And Lucas will prefer to get the permanent into play rather than just shocking, already recouping one of the points of damage with this Goblin. A pretty sound investment. He should be able to get a lot more than 2 damage out of this card over the next few turns. Thespian Stage into Oko. And a little bit of a decision to make here. He goes after the Chalice. The counter actually does stay on there. Just doesn't really do anything. Oh, good on Lucas for maintaining the game state. Technically, it does have a counter, though that'd be unlikely to matter in this setting. Format like Commander, it could matter. Legion Warboss. Adding more goblins, mentoring one of those young goblin lads to be a 2/2. Chrome Mox. He'll opt for the damage. Now, did he not attack with the Elk? I don't think he did. So Mike has a little bit more life to play with than he probably should. Probably not a good reason to not be attacking with the 3/3 Elk. And a couple of Thespian Stages. And if there's a crop rotation in hand, does he have the green mana? If so, I mean, this is just going to be a 20/20 out of nowhere. Island. Couple of Thespian Stages. Oh, this is right down to the wire. He needs the green mana. That is brutal. Just needs the green. Mazavith. Kind of underwhelming here. Oh, perhaps, maybe I missed it. Maybe he actually Mazavith the Elk last time. And I just missed the interaction. That's probably more likely. No? Huh. Alright. That Elk is just staying home. Defending the home front. And that is it. Crop rotation. Stranded in hand. So close to making that 20/20. But just needed a little bit more green mana. I wonder if that is something that can be addressed with a slightly different mana base. Always difficult to expand into these new territories to get everything running just perfectly. Hopefully we'll see some more of that list on camera. That is all for this one, but don't worry, there is a lot more. You can check out our older videos, and we're always putting out new videos from ELD's Time Vault Games in Bellingham, Massachusetts. If you want to help the channel, of course, you can like, subscribe, share, tap that notification bell so you can know the next time our new videos come out. Thanks for watching.